The last time you were on a Dream Given Form, you talked a lot about how Talon came to be in the legacy of the character in Babylon 5. So what was it like to go back and revisit his first appearance when you watched this episode again?
It's interesting because, I started out with Infection on Bab 5,
Mm.
and which was a mechanical beast, so to speak. And then I came back in All Alone in the Night as this person, thing, entity, race with no name.
Mm.
The whole episode, I didn't have a name.
You were Narn, weren't you? Yeah.
I was a Narn, and that is as far as my name got, and of course, whatever happened in the episode, which we'll talk about, came out. Then, Joe liked me, and of course, Boxleitner is a very dear friend. And as soon as the show was over, they called me into the office, and we discussed, what would you think about being on the show, reoccurring? I'd love it. Okay, we got to think of the weapon. Let's use a sword. That's what I just used. So, well, where are we going to find that sword? I said, I'll take care of it. I'll build the sword, and you build the character, and we'll come up with a name. And I went out, had the sword designed and built, and came back in, and Joe was there, and I presented the sword, and he went, "Oh my God, that is beautiful." He said, Talon or Talon, and it kind of works in with the sword, because the sword is my talent.
Yeah.
So it worked great with the name. Now, you guys have to admit, it's a pretty interesting fit, and basically it was just that quick, Talon. And I went, God, I like that a lot, So we went from there and episodes on with that. And the sword had its place, always had its place. We would use it, bring it out, draw it, put it on somebody's throat, and they would go, ugh. And one guy, I got to tell you, this is really fast. He said, "Marshall, can you draw your sword and get it up next to this guy somewhere around in here?" I said, "Yeah." I looked at the guy. I said, "Do you trust me?" He says, "I don't really know you." I said, "Do you trust me?" And I've heard about you, and I've heard about you know what you're doing. I said, "Good. When I draw this thing, don't move. No matter what, do not move." And he didn't. And I drew the sword, and I had it up next to his throat, and the look on his face was unique. He went, oh. But he held his place, and when it was over, he said, "I was so scared, but you were already there." And I said, "That's why I said don't move." So, yeah. So it was a comical moment, but it was a good moment, a very serious moment in Talon's life. So, but coming back and having the name Talon and the sword across my back, and everything all of a sudden presented itself as this character, not the guy that had been captured and thrown into the arena with Boxleitner, to fight, with no name. I don't even know if he used his name. I honestly don't remember if Boxleitner ever used his name in that episode. I can't remember.
I don't believe so. Not when you're together.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't use. So we were both nameless in that case. He knew who he was, but I honestly did not know who I was. But once I did, the character just came to life. And working with the head Narn, what will always be the head Narn, was pretty incredible. So yeah,